Hello Admirals and welcome in the second episode of the Pacific Battle in the Melliodas Gaming Battle Royale. In the last episode I asked you guys if you want a time lapse of this battle because it was very long, or you want me to cover it step by step. The half of you, they wanted a time lapse, the other one wanted my commentary. Okay, in this video I'm going to try this time lapse where you are going to see these units, these navies, these ships and these air forces going to move fast. At the same time I'm going to try to comment only the highlights of this battle, so I let you enjoy the time lapse with good soundtrack. So things are getting heated here in the center near the capital Wellington of New Zealand, as the Brazilian, Argentinian navies, they are in the middle between the Japanese, Australian navies from the south and the Indonesian and also Australian navies coming from the north. There with stacks of attack submarines and cruisers, and there is the Indonesian aircraft carrier there. It is moving so fast. So in this time lapse we are seeing that Brazil is launching a lot of ballistic missiles from his elite bombers. He is targeting the anti-missiles and the radars of Indonesia in the New Zealandian lands, but the anti-air is doing its work. The anti-missile systems, they are targeting all of those anti-missiles. Here the Brazilian aircraft carrier in the center, which is going to be an operational air base of all the Brazilian air forces. Brazil is using all of these naval strikers and naval patrol aircrafts from those aircraft carriers. Also he is trying to target all of those naval patrol aircrafts of the Pacific Asian coalition with his naval air superiority fighters. The Australian Navy from the north, the elite battle group, he is very close. The Argentinian battle group is waiting for him there. We are going to see the clash of the titans in the middle of the Pacific Ocean near the capital Wellington of New Zealand. Now the Australian and Japanese Navy from the south, they are moving to the center. Looks like Argentina and Brazil, they are going to be trapped in the middle. They have nowhere to go because the two openings, they are closed from the north and from the south. The Pacific Ocean coalition, they are performing a sandwich position here for the South American coalition. Everyone is performing the hit and run strategy here. You can see that the ships, they are moving forward and getting back. They are trying to strike and go back to avoid the counterattack. Everyone is performing the hit and run strategy here. Brazil is sending more and more ballistic missiles from his elite heavy bombers. Indonesia is closing the grip on the South American coalition. He is getting closer and closer with his max level cruisers, with the company of Australia and New Zealand as well. Two battle groups, they are coming there, the Indonesian elite battle group and also the Australian one coming from the north. More and more missiles from Brazil. He is targeting all the provinces of New Zealand. In order to avoid the anti-missile system, you have to trigger the anti-missile system with one missile, and later on you try to attack a close by province, so you can destroy that anti-missile with the splash range. That's a very smart move there. I would do that, to be honest. I would do that definitely. Okay, things are getting heated here in the center. Everyone is destroying each other. This is the battle of the masters of the game. We have two parties, one of the best there. But all of this battle and the Peruvian Navy is still on the way. Just imagine if Peru Navy is going to participate in this battle. He have a lot of cruisers coming from the north there. looks like he will come from behind Indonesia, and in that case he will surprise Indonesia from the back. That would be quite a huge hit there. I really admire the movement of these coalitions here in this battle, because from where I see it, they are moving with a strategy. Everyone is trying to find a perfect position for his navies. The bad thing here for the South American coalition, in the center they are in shallow waters, so their navies, they are a little bit heavy to move. Japanese and Indonesian navies, they have the advantage of the buff and debuffs, like when they are going to attack and get back to avoid the counterattack, they are in high seas. And you know that surface vessels such as cruisers, destroyers, etc., their speed increases in the high seas and decreases in the shallow waters. That will help you to perform the hit and run situation. And here a lot of cruise missiles from Brazil, he is launching them from his task forces. A lot of them there. Looks like Japan is going to receive a lot of casualties now, because that wave of cruise missiles is overwhelming. That was a hell of a fight there. I have to admit this. It's a hell of a fight. Okay, the Japanese and Australian Navy, they are getting back. They are being chased by the Argentinian task forces of the max level cruisers. Will they be able to run away and avoid this huge counterattack? Okay, now Argentina knows that Indonesia has came from the back, and now they are trying to launch the counterattack. You can see here that Brazil is sending his elite submarines to intercept the Indonesian cruisers that are coming near the capital Wellington. The Argentinian Navy, they are going back to support the Brazilian elite submarines. Australian Wolfpack commander, he is retreating back. Maybe he's going to change his strategy and hit from another side. This is a hell of a fight between Argentina and Indonesia in this part. Okay, now Indonesia is using his max level ASW helicopters to destroy those elite submarines. He located their position because you know that ASW helicopters, they reveal stealth and they are the weakness point of the elite submarines. So now Indonesia is using his ASW helicopters to attack those elite subs. But the bad thing that this place is crawling with task forces having max level cruisers, and you know max level cruisers, they have decent defensive abilities against helicopters, so their anti-air is quite decent there. I bet that those Indonesian ASW helicopters received a lot of damage. These are the ASW helicopters. They received some damage, but they did a lot of damage as well to those elite submarines. So this is where the part of the aircraft carriers, why it is very important, and why it is very important to have ASW helicopters in this kind of situations where masters of the game, they will try to use their elite submarines. So in this case, you are going to force Brazil to retreat back and save his elite submarines from being eaten from those max level ASW helicopters. Nice move, Reno, nice move, Indonesia. But now I really think that the game changer is going to be these Peruvian task forces arriving to the fight scene, because until now it's balanced between the Pacific Asian coalition and the South American coalition. It is quite balanced. Yes, the South American coalition have more ships, but those Peruvian task forces, they are going to be the game changer. So guys, I hope you liked today's time lapse. So as usual, in the comment section, give me your opinion. Do we continue like this, giving these kinds of time lapses with my commentary, or you want me to decrease the speed and take it step by step? Thank you guys for your feedback and opinions, and see you in the next part.